and welcome. I am so very happy to have you here. My heart is so full and grateful. This is such a remarkable group of women, and I think today is going to be really special. This one is especially close to my heart because today we're going to focus a lot on self-confidence and self-esteem. And I know firsthand that that can make the biggest difference for us in how we show up for ourselves and how we show up for others. So you belong here, you are safe here, you are welcome here, and I am so grateful that you're joining today, and I'm so honored to be part of your journey. So for those of you who don't know, I'm Meg Burton Tudman, and I am on a mission to support superwomen just like you. And my intention is to help you align your mind, body, and spirit so that you are empowered to live a life that you love. And obviously, self-esteem and self-confidence play a huge role in the alignment piece and also the creation piece. So today what we'll do is start to activate, clear, and cleanse the third chakra, which is the solar plexus chakra. And I'll dive into what exactly that means and what it entails in a little bit. What I'd like to do is start right away with a breathing exercise to help us immediately reset our energy. Then we'll move into some yoga, some meditation, some journaling, and I will be offering you Reiki throughout. Reiki is conscious energy healing. So I am just the conduit. You are getting the highest, purest, most wonderful vibrations from a higher source channeled through me to you, going within you exactly where it is needed to start that healing process. So I invite you today to keep an open mind, keep an open heart, and let this be a time to experiment, to play, to have fun in order to test things out, see what works for you, see what doesn't, and then I invite you to take what works and leave the rest, okay? If you have questions, you can go ahead and unmute yourself, but I will stay on at the end too, so we can answer questions and chat at that point as well. And please listen to your body, your mind, your spirit today, and honor what it is that you need. You could lay flat on your back for this entire session today and feel fantastic afterwards. So please don't feel like there's any judgment or pressure to do any more, any less. Instead, tune inward and start to listen to what it is that you need in order for you to feel your best. So I invite you to come to a standing position if you're able for this breathwork exercise. If you have high blood pressure or low blood pressure, you might consider doing this in a chair instead. I'm going to break it down, so hopefully from a blood pressure standpoint, you won't get dizzy and everything will be okay. But if you have that sensitivity and know that already, then I invite you to do this seated instead. This is Breath of Joy, and it's one of my favorites to not only activate the solar plexus chakra, but also to help us feel empowered, to help us feel confident and strong. So I invite you to place your feet right underneath your hip points. Allow yourself to stand tall. Inhale, roll your shoulders up. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Feel some expansion across your collarbones, your chest. And just take a normal breath in through your nose. Follow that with a sigh out your mouth. Allow yourself to let go. Good. And continue to breathe normally for a moment, and I'll walk you through where we're going. This is a 3-part inhale followed by a 1-part exhale. So together, in a moment, we're going to inhale our arms up to shoulder height, palms up to the sky, ready to receive. We're going to inhale a little more, extend the arms out side to side like you're about to give the biggest hug. And then we're going to inhale the arms up overhead. Relax your shoulders away from your ears as you do that. And then when we're ready to exhale, it's going to be a ha out our mouth, and we're gonna fold forward, much like a diver would do. So again, it's an inhale, arms up to shoulder. Inhale a little more, arms out to the side. Inhale the final third of that breath, and then exhale with a ha and fold forward. And then gently and slowly, you'll inhale, come back up, reset, and then we'll go again together. So it's a 3-part breath. You're gonna inhale a third, a third, a third, and then exhale completely. All right, let's do it together. Everybody take a breath in and sigh out. And when you're ready, inhale a third of the way, lift your arms up. Inhale the next third, lift your arms out to the side. Inhale another third, hands up overhead, and exhale, release. Slowly roll back up. When you're ready and at your own pace, inhale a third, arms up to shoulder height. Inhale another third, arms open wide. Inhale the last third, arms up overhead. And when you're ready, ha for the exhale, fold over. Go ahead, take that a few more times. No need to rush. You can move at a comfortable pace. I invite you to be loud with your exhale. And I invite you to move through that sequence one more time. No hurry, no rush. When you finish with that last ha out your mouth, come back to the starting position, tall through the spine, broad through your heart, your collarbones, your chest. And tune in and feel. Notice what it's like to be you in that moment. Notice any shifts, any sensations. So that breathing exercise can be so helpful first thing in the morning to set the tone and energy for your day. Can be helpful if you tend to hit that like mid-afternoon, 3 p.m. slump where you're tempted to go for caffeine or sugar. You can try the breath work instead and see how that serves you. Also really helpful if you are about to make a decision or about to move forward with an action that maybe is triggering some self-doubt, some uncertainty. That type of empowering breath work can be so powerful in helping you to align your energy into strength, confidence, and again, empowerment. So that's a favorite of mine. I invite you to come back down, get comfortable, and grab your journal. Have the first journaling prompt for you. And as you settle in, place one hand over your heart, the other hand on your belly, and take a deep breath in through your nose. Follow that with a deeper breath out. And I invite you to set an intention for our time together today. Let it be something positive, place to direct your energy, your focus. And if you are drawing a blank as to what you would like your intention to be, I invite you to consider what drew you to this workshop today. use that as a spark for inspiration as to how you'd like to feel, what you'd like to embody. And breathe your intention in deeply. For a moment, I invite you to imagine that your intention is already your reality. So feel that through your body, feel that through your energy, through your thoughts, your mindset. Let your intention fill you completely. And take a moment, jot it down in your journal so that you're making that connection between your words, your actions, your intentions, your thoughts. And for our first journaling exercise, I invite you to consider, if I had no fear, I would. And complete that sentence. And fear could be anything from fear of judgment, fear of criticism, fear of the unknown, fear of failure. And as you jot down what resonates for you, I invite you to do so from a place of curiosity and compassion, rather than from a place of criticism, judgment. If you're able to just write stream of consciousness, whatever comes up for you, that can be so helpful. If I had no fear, I would. And take one more moment, jot down any last thoughts, musings, inspiration that you want to make a note of. And let's talk a little bit about energy. So I like to think that each of us are a soul in a physical body having a human experience. And the energy of our soul speaks even before we do. And if that doesn't quite transmute for you, I invite you to consider this. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately you sensed or knew how people were feeling? Or if you've ever walked into a space and felt like everybody was just talking about you before you walked in. And of course, they were saying good things because this group is so remarkable. So that's the energy, right? That's the energy of and the vibration of the other people in that space. And one way to kind of look and make sense of energy is through the chakras, which are a series of 7 main energy centers. Starts at the root of our spine and works up to the top of our head. And for our focus today, we will be looking at the solar plexus chakra, which is the 3rd one. It is placed between the belly button and the sternum, right in kind of like the center of the belly. And it is a powerhouse, okay? It is represented by the color yellow. And in Sanskrit, it's translated as Manipura, meaning lustrous gem, which I absolutely love when I think about our own power, our own confidence, our own esteem being rooted as a lustrous gem. I think those two words have such dynamic and inspiring vibrations to them. So lustrous gem. This chakra is strongly correlated, as I mentioned, with internal power and self-esteem. And it's closely associated with the sun as far as a celestial sign goes. It is also associated with fire, okay, which makes sense from a power standpoint. Fire is certainly very powerful. And it's related to transformation, sense of self, personal willpower, purpose, and taking action in our lives. We're going to talk a lot about taking action today. When this energy center is flowing well, we feel more in control of our own life. We're able to manifest our intentions at will. We are happy, confident, self-reliant, and capable of meeting life's challenges without resistance. So we are more in flow than force. Okay? We're able to overcome those resistances. And a well-balanced and vibrantly spinning third chakra supports us in taking appropriate risks and setting boundaries that protect our own well-being, while at the same time respecting and honoring others' needs and wants. It also helps us to ask for what we need for everything from finances to emotional support to spirituality. Now, a deficient or blocked Manipura or solar plexus chakra can result in inertia, in a dissipation of a sense of empowerment, in low self-esteem, or a feeling of being a victim. And that energy block results in, not surprisingly, a lack of confidence, stamina, motivation, and also direction. So there's that uncertainty piece again. And a key behavior pattern that shows up with a weak or unbalanced or blocked third chakra is procrastination. And there's no judgment around that, right? The way that that can kind of manifest and present itself is that we continually put off projects or tasks or actions because they feel overwhelming, right? We don't have that sense of purpose, of drive, of direction. So the power of action, as I mentioned, is strongly rooted in the third chakra. And I invite you to consider this. I did a lot of research on self-esteem and self-confidence in putting this together and came across this way to look at self-esteem that completely resonated right to my core. So consider that self-esteem is our ability to recognize that any discomfort or confusion we feel is actually directing us to take charge of our life and make choices that will break us out of stagnation or misery. So that's not to say that when we're confident, when that chakra is aligned and humming along exactly as we like, that we're never going to run into difficulty, that we're never going to struggle at all. I think the biggest difference is that when that chakra is aligned, when it is, that energy is flowing freely, we are able to recognize that any kind of challenge, hurdle, resistance that we might feel, difficulty, is actually there as a sign to gently direct us to take action so that we don't get stuck. And that is the empowerment piece, right? We're not going to stay in the same situation. Instead, we're going to recognize what's happening and then move forward from there. I just loved that so much, that idea that this is a sign, this is an opportunity for us to move forward and take action. So we're here today to amplify our sense of self-confidence, our sense of self-esteem, so that we can feel lit up from the inside out and honor our purpose. So friends, I invite you to honor yourself. You are worthy of pursuing your passion and your purpose. I invite you to replace your hand over your heart and recommit to your intention for our time together today. Breathe that in deeply. Let it fill you completely. And as you breathe out, allow yourself to let go of some resistance. Another deep breath in, open yourself up to receive. And deep breath out, let go. Beautiful. We're going to move into the yoga portion of today. And while these are gentle poses, if you are feeling like yoga today or the physical movement is not in alignment with what you need, I invite you to do this portion seated, because the pose, while it is an access point, is not the main purpose today. The main purpose of the yoga portion is actually going to be the affirmations that we attach to each pose. So we're going to hold each pose for a few moments, and with each one, I will invite you to repeat either out loud or to yourself a different affirmation. And affirmations are short positive statements. And when they're repeated, they are started to wire it in to our brains. We start to create new neural pathways. What I found is key with affirmations is actually feeling into the energy, the vibration, the sense of what those words mean. So as we repeat each one, I invite you, much like you did with your intention, to imagine that that affirmation is true for you, to let that infuse you from the inside out. Allow yourself to embody that feeling, okay? And of course, if we're holding a pose and you're doing the physical practice, or holding a pose longer than you would like, please come out of it. Please, please, please listen to your body today. So I invite you to start on all fours. Or if you're doing this without the physical practice, I invite you to position yourself comfortably. Allow yourself to be supported and allow your spine to be long, okay? All fours, if you are practicing on your mat today, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and we'll move through some spinal waves, some cat and cow. The affirmation for this one is, I graciously accept my power. I graciously accept my power. I graciously accept my power. Good. Round your spine for cat. I graciously accept my power. And lengthen your spine for cow. I graciously accept my power. Move at your own pace. I graciously accept my power. I graciously accept my power. Take that a couple more times and feel into what that intention means when it's your reality. I graciously accept my power. After you've completed the cycle that you're in right now, I invite you to come back to a flat spine. And for this one, I invite you, we'll do one leg at a time. Extend one leg behind you. And as you exhale, round your spine and pull that knee in towards your heart. The affirmation for this one is, I fearlessly activate my strength. Exhale, pull that knee in. I fearlessly activate my strength. I fearlessly activate my strength. Good. Switch sides. So move with the other leg. I fearlessly activate my strength. 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 Good. Come back to all fours. Pause for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth. Sigh out. And come back. We're going to come to standing for a few poses. Again, if you're doing this seated or laying down, then stay right where you are. You're perfect where you are. Good. As you come to standing, lengthen through the spine. Take a deep breath in and out. Good. Step 1 foot forward, crescent lunge. So you're in a high lunge. Good. Stay long through the spine and then twist towards your front leg. So arms are going to extend out front to back. And you'll feel that activation right through the center of the core, right through that third chakra. So already moving energy through there. Good. While you're here, I allow myself to shine. 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 One more time, because this one is such a good affirmation. I allow myself to shine. On a breath out, come back to center. Good. Step your back foot forward. Pause for a moment. Good. And switch sides when you're ready. Opposite foot forward. Good. And twist. Pardon my back for a moment. I am more than enough. 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 Deep breath in. Exhale, return your torso to center. Step your back foot forward. Good. Pause for a moment. Take another deep breath in. Sigh out. Allow yourself to let go. Good. If you have blocks, they may be helpful here. If you don't, please don't worry. You'll be fine. Step forward with one foot. Step back with the other. Your feet are on railroad tracks rather than a balance beam, so give yourself some space. And from here, hinge at the hip, pyramid. For today's purposes, we're going to fold over that front leg. If you've ever taken class from me, you know that I'm big on alignment. I want you to focus more today on feeling into the activation of that area where the solar plexus is. So that space between the sternum and the belly button. Allow that contraction to start to activate that part of your body. As you fold down, I invite you to repeat, I release judgment of myself. 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 One more time. I release judgment of myself. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Step your back foot forward. Roll all the way up. Go ahead, take a moment to reset. Deep breath in, followed by a deep breath out. Second side for pyramid. Take your opposite foot forward. You're going to hinge at the hip and allow your spine to roll. Let your head drop. Use blocks if you need to. This affirmation, I release judgment of others. 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 Feel into that vibration. What does it feel like when you release judgment of others? Imagine that's already true. One more time. I release judgment of others. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Step your back foot forward. And gently roll upright. Roll your shoulders back. Take another deep breath in. Allow yourself to release as you exhale. And gently return down to your mat. Pull your left foot in towards you and place your right foot either in front of your left shin, or if you have the mobility and it feels good, that's key there, okay? Cross that leg over. Lift up tall through the left side of your body. And as you exhale, twist towards the right. So foot is either crossed over or foot is in front. And that's the right foot. I am empowered. I am empowered. On your next inhale, lift up a little taller through your spine. I am empowered. I am empowered. I am empowered. Deep breath in. Exhale, return. Go ahead, pause for a moment. Take your time in the transition. The right foot comes in. Left foot plants either in front of the right shin or crosses over. Please honor what your body needs. On a breath out, gently twist towards the left. I am courageous. I am courageous. Lift up through the spine. Keep that power. Keep that confidence. I am courageous. I am courageous. One more time. I am courageous. On a breath out, come back to center. Right, uncross. Stretch your legs out long in front of you. Right, sit up tall for a moment. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, hinge from your hip. You can go as far towards your legs as you'd like. Honor what your body needs. You don't have to go far. Again, the affirmation is much more important. I release blame. I release blame. I release blame. I release blame. Take a deep breath in. Sigh out, let yourself release. Bring your hands back towards your hips. I'm going to give two options for this next one. I invite you to stay here upright through the spine using hands by your side for support. Or I invite you to take your hands a little bit further back and lift up from the hips. So you're in a reverse plank. I am worthy. I am worthy. Hips are either up or down. I am worthy. I am worthy. One more time. I am worthy. Release that pose. Take another deep breath in. And follow it with a deeper breath out. I invite you to come onto your stomach. Move slowly. There's no hurry. Arms will be back by your side. Allow your forehead to rest on the ground. You may stay right here, or if you'd like, gently lift your hands, your arms, your shoulders off the ground. If everything's okay in your low back and you want to add your legs as well, you listen to your body and honor what you need. Neck stays long. Gaze is right down to the ground. I accept myself. I accept myself. I accept myself. I accept myself. On your next exhale, release back down to the mat. Allow your forehead to rest. I accept myself. I accept myself. Bring your hands by your shoulders and move slowly, gently push yourself back. Move towards child's pose. So big toes together, knees out to the side. Gently release your hips back towards your heels and allow your arms to stretch out. Forehead gently releases down to the ground. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. Continue to repeat that one. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. I trust myself. One more deep breath in. Follow that with a deeper breath out. At your own pace, I invite you to gently come back. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Gently lift up through your torso. Take your time, there's no hurry. Replace one hand over your heart, and I invite you to recommit to your intention for our time together today. Repeat that to yourself. And I invite you to take your journal now and make a quick note of any of those affirmations that you found you were especially resistant towards. So ones where it just felt really difficult to say it to yourself or out loud, or ones where your internal dialogue kicked on and said, no, that's not true, maybe before you had even repeated it to yourself. I'll read them back to you as you're making a note, just in case that helps to jog your memory. I graciously accept my power. I fearlessly activate my strength. I allow myself to shine. I am more than enough. I release judgment of myself. I release judgment of others. I am empowered. I am courageous. I am worthy. I release blame. I accept myself. I trust myself. And again, dear friends, please, no judgment, no criticism. Instead, use this as an opportunity to explore, to recognize where there might be a block, where there might be a limiting belief, where there might be old energy or old programming. And now I invite you to consider, when you are about to stand up for yourself or make an empowering decision or try something new, what are the habitual thoughts that come up for you? So some examples might be, and you're definitely not alone if you're feeling or experiencing some of these: who do I think I am to do or say this? Why do I think I'm so special? They're going to think I'm so full of myself. This will never work. So again, when you're about to try something new, make an empowering choice, stand up for yourself, what are the habitual thoughts? And you may find there's correlation with some of the resistance that you felt to those affirmations and the habitual thoughts that come up for you. I invite you to write those down. Stream of consciousness. No need to edit. No need to critique. Instead, empower yourself to feel compassion and curious about what it is that your mind is thinking. Take one more moment, jot down any final thoughts. And know, of course, that you can return to any of those prompts so far and explore them a little bit deeply. I encourage it. As you finish up, I invite you to get ready for our meditation and restorative yoga portion. So I'm going to give you 3 options for poses. The first one is to stay seated or laying down, again, supported with a long spine. If you've been like that for most of our time together and are comfortable, I invite you to stay right there. Another option, if you have a block at home or you have a stack of books that you're using as props for today, I invite you to come to a supported bridge pose. So knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. Roll down through the spine and place your block right underneath your hips. But you don't have to go high. The point is just to open up through that solar plexus area. Okay, so block would be under your hips. If you don't have a block or that doesn't speak to you, I invite you to take a rolled blanket instead. Place that underneath your low back. You'll want a second blanket for this one. As you roll back, your spine will roll over the blanket and then use your second blanket as a cushion for your head and neck. Legs for this one can extend out long. Feet can be relaxed out to the side. Okay, so take a moment, get yourself comfortable. And it should feel amazing. So if it doesn't feel great, give yourself permission to shift your pose, shift your props so that you're comfortable. I invite you to gently soften or close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh out. Take another long, deep breath in and focus on your breath traveling down into your belly. When you're ready, slowly exhale with a sigh. Visualize the breath leaving your body. As you inhale, imagine that breath bringing you a sense of calm, peace, relaxation. As you exhale, allow your breath to help you release tension and stress. Continue to breathe deeply and steadily, allowing each breath in to be an opportunity to receive that life force and positive energy. And each breath out, an opportunity to release stale air and negative energy. Inhale again and visualize your breath being drawn deep into your belly. As you do so, feel yourself becoming more relaxed, more comfortable, more at peace. As you breathe out slowly, visualize the breath leaving your body, clearing your body of any tension. Continue to breathe deeply and steadily. I invite you to imagine a cord that extends from your third chakra, that space between your belly button and sternum, up through your body and out the top of your head, continuing to extend until it reaches the sun. Allow that cord to firmly connect and give yourself permission to embrace that support. Take a deep, steady breath. And as you exhale, gently guide your attention back to your solar plexus chakra and imagine a bright yellow light. Picture the sun-like yellow glow of that chakra spreading out into your body, filling all of the trillions of cells, reaching your heart, your head, your hands and your feet, infusing everything with that beautiful yellow light. Continue to breathe deeply and steadily. And I invite you to join me for a journey. Imagine you are standing in an endless sea of the most beautiful sunflowers. They sway gently in the breeze. The sky is a cloudless, brilliant blue. And the sun above you bathes both you and the field of sunflowers. Feel the warm, healing rays of golden light. This golden light surrounds you and creates a protective shell around your physical body. In the safety of that shell, I invite you to feel yourself gently rising up and out of the field. You're floating into the sky, through the atmosphere, and above planet Earth. Safe and secure, continuing to breathe deeply. You get closer to the sun, still protected, still safe. Imagine that the sun is warmly inviting and eager to embrace you in its healing light. You imagine you head straight for its center and become one with the energy of the sun. Through this beautiful, strong connection, see your third chakra spinning and gaining strength. As it spins faster, that golden yellow light washes over you. Allow it to start to heal each cell. Breathe deeply and feel that energy funneling right down your spine into your solar plexus chakra. As you pause in the sun's energy, allow it to burn out any toxicity within your solar plexus chakra, transmuting any stuck, blocked, old, or stagnant energy to blazing passion, confidence, and energy. Give yourself a moment to rest in this peace. Continue to breathe deeply. I invite you to repeat the following to yourself. I graciously accept my power. I fearlessly activate my strength. I allow myself to shine. I am more than enough. I release judgment of myself. I release judgment of others. I am empowered. I am courageous. I am worthy. I release blame. I accept myself. I trust myself. Take another deep cleansing breath. And as you exhale, Imagine you start to float again. See yourself safely and gently flying back towards Earth, landing softly in that field of sunflowers. Take a moment to look back at the sun and feel the connection to it again. A powerhouse that supports your highest, truest self. Inhale deeply and exhale completely. Honor yourself. You are worthy of pursuing your purpose and passion. When you're ready, gently wiggle your fingers and your toes. Allow that subtle movement to guide you back to this time and space. If you have props underneath you, gently move them to the side. Allow your back to be flat on the ground. And if you're on your back, pull your knees in towards your heart. Gently roll to your right side. Pause for a moment. Use your hands, slowly push yourself upright. Return to a seated position. When you're ready, I invite you to join me for one more journal prompt. I invite you to consider what are the 3 most frequent feelings that you experience each day. So I say the top 3, they may not all be pleasant, or they may if that's where your energy lies, but the 3 that you tend to feel the most, the 3 feelings that are most prevalent. Don't overthink it, go with what pops into your mind immediately. And once you have those 3, now I invite you to write down what are the 3 most frequent feelings you would like to experience each day. So 1 is up until today, this is what you felt most frequently, the top 3. And the other list are moving forward from this moment. These are the 3 feelings I'd like to embrace and feel. I invite you to bring your hands to heart center. Gently bow your head and take another deep breath in. As you exhale, allow yourself to let go. Repeat your intention to yourself and take a moment to feel into your power and confidence. Rooted in that energy, I invite you to consider what is one new choice that you will make, one new action that you will take to feel more confident and empowered. And if your mind went blank, please take another deep cleansing breath and look back to the list of the 3 feelings you would like to feel most prevalently each day, and allow that to spark a thought, a belief, an insight, an action that you can take. Commit to that. You are so worthy of following your purpose and passion. I invite you to take your right thumb up to the sky. So give me a thumbs up for yourself, really. Take your left hand and cup your right hand and bring that hand position with your right thumb up to the sky, right to your solar plexus. You can bow your head again. I invite you to imagine that your right thumb is a flame, flickering at the center of your being. With each inhale, imagine watching that flame grow brighter and brighter. Feel the warmth spreading from this area to the rest of your body, filling you, lighting you up from the inside. Take a moment here to seal in your commitment to action. Feel your high vibration, your strong self-confidence, your solid self-esteem. Honor yourself. From my heart to yours, sending you so much love and light.